Guys and girls, it is I, Aaron Halo 18 here, and I'm going to do a video today called Halo 5 Guardians Discussion Series, Episode 42. The named article is called Battle of Shadow and Light Update is here, under Halo 5 Guardians Community Halo official website. It's under community, under news, by 343 Industries. 2 days ago. The Battle of Shadow and Light contained content update, our first drop of free content goodness for Halo 5 Guardians. Guardians is now available. The next time you log in, you will be promoted to download this update. The following are included: added 48 new wrecks, including new armors, helmets, weapon skins, weapon and vehicle variants, a new visor, and assassination. And new emblems, see below for a breakdown of what's included. Added a big team battle playlist, to arena matchmaking. Added BTB big team battle, capture the flag, Strongholds, and Slayer to matchmaking and custom games. The more details are as follows. For all BTB game types, the motion tracker is the same size as Warzone, a 25 meters large than their arena motion tracker. And match length is 16 minutes. BTB CTF, score to win 3 captures. BTB Strongholds, score to win 150 points. BTB Slayer, score to win 100 points. Added 4 new BTB maps, also available in both matchmaking and custom games. Razan by the 343 multiplayer team. Deadlock by Nokiard and the 343 multiplayer team. Guillotine by the Psycho Duck and the 343 multiplayer team. Recurve by the Faded Fire and the 343 multiplayer team. That fixed an aiming issue that could occur due to variants in controller hardware. Head here. Halo 5 aiming and controls. For more details. Made a variety of tuning tweaks to Warzone Assault, including the below. Head here, Warzone Assault, tuning changes. For more details. Faster wreck leveling, decreased base capture time from 20 seconds to 16 seconds. Reduced starting grenade count to 1. Disabled friendly fire in SWAT. Increased respawn time from 1 second to 3 seconds in SWAT. Added the deliver nav point for vehicle drivers who have a friendly flag carrier as a passenger. Fix an issue where players were able to use the driver and gunner seats while holding the flag. Now the flag carrier can only sit in the passenger seat. Improved post-game carnage report. Consistency. Almost all wrecks. The following new wrecks are included with the Battle of Shadow and Light update. As a note, it may take some time for these wrecks to populate through the wreck system, as they'll be rolling out over time. Big T Battle Map Gallery. We hope you enjoy, and we'll see you in matchmaking. That's it for that article. The next article I'll be reading is by Canon Voter called Uncharted. The article is called Uncharted Waters by Grim Brother 1. 6 hours ago. This week in Canon Folder, we cover a smattering of Halo lore topics and add even more to the universe. And it's issue 51 under Community News. And it's on the Halo official website called HaloWaypoint.com. Welcome back to Canon Folder, folks. Last issue we celebrated our 50th installment with a brand new addition to the Universe Encyclopedia feature. Inside looks at some of Halo 5 Guardians development and more. This week has been a bit more challenging. I mean, who knew how much a massive and lengthy power outage could affect a technology-based industry as we bring things back online. This week might be a bit light, but no less lovingly crafted. We'll be extending our entry period over our 50th issue giveaways and announcing winners next week. So if you haven't already thrown your name into the hat, details of last week's issue, make sure you get on it. We look forward to sharing some swag-laden love next week. But for now, let's check out the week in fiction-focused fun. Development Dash. Some of you may have noticed we released the latest episode of the Sprint this week on the Halo channel. And this episode in particular is one that story fans will want to check out. Lore-linked highlights include Frank O'Connor, Brian Reed, and Jeremy Benuti sitting down for a little post-launch breakdown of the Halo 5 Guardians story. It's an interesting inside look at some of the twists and turns behind crafting a grand story within an even grander universe that fiction fans might find insightful. Keen-eyed viewers might have also caught a glimpse of a product coming next year that we're very excited about here in the story art circles, and hope you will be too. Keep an eye on this space for more details in the nearish future, and in the meantime, you can check the episode out for yourself. Bust a Move. That's what it's called. You can probably bust statue heads of Halo characters. Our friends and partners at Spartan Games recently revealed collectible busts of some of the latest fleet commanders they've added to the fold. Showcased our Fleet Admiral Terrence Hood, or Lord Hood, for the truly illuminated, the Minister of Etology and extraordinary in tip-top torso shape. The busts are designed to fit into a slick, stylized base that conveniently houses their respective dice sets. Needless to say, it's been a pleasure to partner with Spartan Games on these replicas, working together with the talented folks across the proverbial pond to help ensure that the models are as accurate as possible. Whether they are adding a premium level of style to your tabletop assault, or just adorning their mantle. For a bit more info, check out Spartan Games blog post detailing the set, and start clearing new space on your shelf. Place Bazin. This week we dropped Battle of Shadow and Light, our first foray into Halo 5 Guardians sustained content, featuring new maps, a new game mode, and new wrecks to collect and deploy. One of those maps, Bazin, is a spiritual sibling to revered play spaces such as Blood Gulch and Valhalla. Bazin is loosely based on one of the scattered Oni research facilities clustered together on Gamma Halo during the UNSC's exploratory occupations of the ring world in 2553. Though now the site lives out a virtual purpose to hone the skills of the Spartan force, doing its part to prepare the super soldiers for the certain danger that lies ahead in the uncharted future forged by the Guardians' awakening. Raging River, by a River of Light, ultra rare wreck card for a gun, for the incineration cannon. It's like an orange and black color, if you know what I mean. That is, guys and girls. And yes, that is my dad making a lot of racket in the background in the middle of my video that I am making right now. Quite often, the crust of creative content that climbs its way to the surface to harden and set in the gaze of the public eye is but the thinnest silver of published lore, riding the precarious tide of molten fiction foundations. Occasionally, it's fun to bravely bypass the boiling currents and give a glimpse at some of the deeper backgrounds that lie beneath. Take, for example, the incineration cannon, known as the River of Light. At first glance, you might think you've seen all there is to see regarding this resplendent wreck. After all, you've scored your service record and carefully curated your collection. Quite quiet content that you've covered all of the available details, but likely many aspects of the Halo fiction. There is often more than meets the eye. For your enjoyment, we've bypassed a few protocols and circumvented some regulations to let you peek past the inner cannon curtain. Forerunner weapons are built atom by atom in nano fabrication forges of unsurpassed fidelity, following instructions spun into design seeds by skilled pattern weavers assisted by Anchilla had their creators wish it. Every example of their craft could be perfectly identical down to the smallest detail and practical core. Such perfection and symmetry of effort appealed to the forerunners responsible for designing artifacts and edifices that wrapped the EQ mine in layers of miraculous machinery that reshaped the galaxy to their whims. But reputation at such a vast scale held no appeal for the warrior servants, those who dedicated their minds, bodies, and lives to the defense of the Forerunner people in its vast realm. When possible, the warrior servants preferred to design and build their own unique monopoly in the cooperation with their war-sworn brothers and sisters, crafting arms and armor as beautiful and inspiring as any sculpture or painting. The highest order of warrior servants, the Prometheans, were particularly renowned for the quality of their master-crafted equipment and the deadly genius of their pattern weavers. However, the desperate war against the flood allowed for no beauty, no elegance. Only the music produced by lances of crystallized light and the brilliance of burning mountains of corrupted flesh. No songs were sung by these warrior servants of bravery, of victory, of hopes for a tomorrow. There was no tactical finesse to be welded against the infection. No favor or promise that could turn the grave mind from its purpose. No sergeant that could withstand its cold calculation, as millions of dead Forerunner warriors turned into billions, then trillions. The wicked and graceful weapons and armors of the old Forerunner guardians were ground into the dirt, crushed underfoot, and then erased from all memory with the unraveling of the domain. All that followed were sterile, efficient instruments of death without any beauty. In the desperate fight against the flood, there was only time for survival and duty, not art. against the chilling sterling of unremembered assemblies. However, beacons of exquisite exception. Sorry about that, guys. Beacons of exquisite expectation were still to be found. The River of Light is one such example, having returned to history after being unearthed in a Promethean cache in a grand factory that had once spun impossible miracles of exotic matter. Its forges had lain cold and abandoned for 100,000 years before the word eternal returned with rights of control, dominance, and resurgence. One of the first incineration cannons ever made, the river's core had been built and refined over decades. Thank you, Mushai. Yep. By an unknown Promethean who served with distinction and honor in dozens of containment operations. The cannon's harmonious energies. Can you wipe my mouth off there? Sure. Burned uncounted fatigued markers to ash and toppled grand. Wipe your chin up, right? Left side, right? A little left, right side. Yeah. And toppled grand spore towers dedicated to the parasite. In the dead hands of a knight, the River of Light's true potential could never be unlocked. But the artifact's heart knows its name and purpose, and hungers to be remembered once more by warriors whose hearts pump with life and limbs move with purpose and intent. Final Escalation. Don't forget that next week Halo Escalation concludes with Part 6 of the Absolute Record storyline. As the concept of potentially achieving a technological tipping point for humanity, Dr. Catherine Halsey makes a final defiant and stand against Spartan Commander Palmer in the explosive conclusion by Duffy Maduri and Douglas Frenchin. Halo Escalation Issue 24 drops November 25th, where you can check out the preview right here and right now. Give it a look. And with that, we close for this issue. Hopefully you have a fantastic weekend, and we hope to see you back with us again next time. Until next week, live well, play Halo, and never get between a Spartan spin elite and his objective of affection. Grim. New and updated universe entries this week. New Fathom Station. Attempting to unlock mysteries of the war, Fathom Station was commissioned to research the Covenant's splendid intention. Governor Sloan, the artificial intelligence known as Governor Sloan, served as an elected official for Mandarin Station. It was integral to leading both Blue Team and Arias to the Subterranean Guardian. Updated Mongoose. The Mongoose is an all-terrain quad bike popular both on the civilian market, and within the UNSC. Fathom Station UNSC Research Facility. Beta Gabriel. Function exploring Covenant wreckage off the Nartanian Rim. Summary. Fathom Station was an extensive network of underwater facilities nestled along the Nartanian Rim. In Beta Gabriel's Cortez Ocean, it was designed to research and explore a submerged Covenant carrier rumored to house numerous technological secrets, including a weapon so powerful that would render their already cruel orbital weapons obsolete. Funded by ONI and constructed by the Embrium Machine Complex, IMC, Fathom operated unhindered for a number of years, though only gleaning mild discoveries. History. When the Espalon Darian system fell in August 2552, most of its human population centers on reach, tribute, and circumstance were obliterated. Destroyed. And although the smaller ocean world of Beta Gabriel did see Covenant occupation, its lack of any major human settlements left it mostly intact upon their departure. During a brief skirmish, however, UNSC Uncommon Courage sacrificed itself to force the Covenant carrier's splendid intention into the ocean, stopping it from transferring a prototype superweapon to the front lines of the war. Recognizing the significance of this potential find, ONI developed a Xeno Materials Exploitation group in 2554, facilitated by the IMC, to recover whatever it was that the Covenant were building. End of Fathom. Little of importance was actually discovered during the Fathom Exploratory Commission. But in 2556, during a routine survey, the Covenant carrier suddenly shifted from its resting place, violently sliding down into a nearby trench and sending debris and water directly into the station's northern terminals, tearing the complex apart and claiming the lives of 41 researchers. Splendid intention would be lost forever, along with 23 explorers who were trapped within it. This solemn event triggered the end of Fathom Station's research activity, though it would secretly live on during war games simulations. And the related arms are UNSC, Spartans, Mediterranean, and Kamchatka. And the related products are Halo 5 Guardians, an unstoppable force threatens the galaxy, and the Master Chief is missing. An epic story and 2 new multiplayer modes mark the greatest evolution in Halo history. The next one is Halo the Master Chief Collection, honoring the iconic hero and his epic journey. The Master Chief's entire story is brought together as the Master Chief Collection, a collection of all 4 Halo games, including the remastered Halo 2 Anniversary, all at Xbox One visual fidelity and 60 frames per second. Next one is Governor Sloan. Give us there, Alright. Head back. Laying Dormund Administrator. species artificial intelligence. Affiliation civilian service number SLN 0291-5. Rank governor location Madarian. Activation update. Hashtag at weird symbol JKI25. Warning data corruption. Summary: the AI construct known as Governor Sloan first drew UNSC attention when he was implicated in the smuggling of equipment, including vehicles and weapons. To reveal forces, further investigation revealed that Sloan routed supplies to insurrectionists on over 40 distinct occasions. While he essentially opposed the expansion of UNSC territories into frontier worlds and publicly supported several offensive actions against UNSC bases, there was no indication that Sloan was directly responsible for any attacks. This ambiguity kept him on the periphery of the UNSC's security agencies. Sloan's precise origins are unknown. He was democratically elected governor by the citizens of Madarian Station for 2 consecutive 4-year terms, seemingly making him at least 9 years old, though a more exact figure is not on record. When last seen in Madarian, Sloan was clearly experiencing signs of rampancy, the inevitable degradation of all AI. To counteract his condition, Sloan has dedicated much of his remaining energy toward fighting rampancy. His image and vocalizations are heavily degraded as a result, though his mental faculties seem fairly stable. When laying Dortmund mining crews at Apogee Station accidentally unearthed the Guardian's secret holding bay. They were attacked by Promethean forces. Although the emergence of the Guardian would cause untold devastation, it would ultimately offer Sloan a freedom he desperately sought. And that's it for Sloan, I guess. Well, the last one is Mongoose. Mongoose M290 all-terrain vehicle. Manufacturer AMG Transport Dynamics. Width 6.6 feet, 2 meters. Height 5.7 feet, 1.7 m. Length 11.5 feet, 3.5 m. Summary: lovingly dubbed the Mother Goose by frontline infantry men and women due to its increased size over the M274. The M290 is the latest military version of the popular Mongoose, all-terrain vehicle produced by AMG Transport Dynamics since 2483. Both the civilian and military versions are available with a variety of upgrade packages, including armored body panels, improved suspension systems, and alternate engines. The civilian version is not rated to carry Spartans without risking damage to the frame. Most Mongoose ATVs are not fitted with weapons, though an armed passenger can be carried on the rear-facing seat to provide fire support. Variants M290-M, the M290M semi-sufficiently designated the Mongoose is fitted with 2 grenade launchers. M274M, the previous generation's Mongoose variant, the smaller framed M274M is outfitted with twin M67 light anti-infantry weapons. And related is UNSC Spartans Humans Warthog. That's it. That's it for this whole article. I guess, guys, girls. I know I've been doing it for a long time. It's pretty cool video articles, and I like reading the descriptions of the encyclopedia stuff on the Halo stuff, and I like reading about that in the video. I might as well talk about that stuff in the same video. And I really enjoyed reading these articles I read today. And I hope that you guys liked it as well. And I hope you enjoyed it as well. And I enjoyed it too. And I really love Halo. I'm getting really into the Halo lore these days, lately. And I'm still coughing here and there, but I'm still able to do YouTube videos for you guys and girls, I mean. And yes, I am outside in the backyard. I sometimes do it inside, sometimes I do it outside. And I'm a huge fan of all these articles and everything I read about. I'm really into video games. I'm really passionate about this Halo. And I did sign that petition. I hope you guys too will sign it as well. And this is episode 42 of my discussion series, actually. And I give the stuff that I read a 10 out of 10. And like I always say at the end of every video, please rate, comment, like, favorite, subscribe, thoughts, and opinions. And stay tuned for more, guys and girls. And I don't know how to say goodbye in my video, so please drink some hot, like Coach Robo says, please drink some hot chocolate, and I'll see you all later. And this is Aaron Halo 18, and I will be signing off shortly. So you better have a nice day, and I will see you in my next video. Alright, bye.